Hello Aries, welcome to your mid-month October going into early November reading. Thanks very much for joining me. This is for Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Let's get started. For your oracle cards for you Aries, from the Sacred Rebels deck you have After the Storm, and this is the number 1 card in the deck. It does speak about change, and I do feel that there has been change around you Aries, and it's about dealing with the aftermath of change, how you deal with it. The overall energy is from the Divine Animals Oracle. You have the card of Sea Otter. And when you think of the sea otter, often we see sea otters lying on, well, they seem to float on their back when they're in the ocean. And that's kind of how I'm seeing you here, Aries. Imagine yourself swimming and trying to float on your back. You know, if you have too much rigidity or you feel that heavy feeling, then there's an energy of sinking. But if you relax, lighten, then you can rise and then you can float on top of the water, which seemingly seems impossible, you know. So that's the feeling that I'm getting around you, Aries. This, how you deal with this change. The person around you, we have the Temple Path, but it's in the reverse, and I do read reversals with the Energy Oracle. So receiving this card is a sign that someone's fallen off their path. They could be too focused on worldly possessions, material gain, or maintaining old unhealthy habits, perhaps out of fear, limitation, worry, or doubt about themselves. So there's an energy around them of being led astray or being off their spiritual path. For you, Aries, though, I feel the energy is one that is good when we speak about this thunderstorm, something heading your way or just passing. You don't have to fear it, and you don't have to make it more than what it is. You might even feel excitement about it. Aries, you're not normally one that would run from change. A thunderstorm is just nature's way of gathering energy together that needs to be released. So whatever needs to be released here, tension, relief, freedom will soon follow, often with a fresh perspective, perhaps even with the gift of a promising vision for the future. So let's see where this goes. For you, Aries, I'm going to start off with the energy around the person that you're dealing with. I've already meditated on their energy, and at the bottom of the deck I've got them with the 3 of Cups. So let's take a look. We'll start with their energy, what they bring to the table when it comes to you, Aries. We'll take a look and see what their flaw is, how they are feeling about you, Aries, how you are feeling about them, what are the strengths of the relationship, the weaknesses, the potential for a healthy relationship crossed by a roadblock to that, and the outcome. So Aries, let's take a look at the energy of the person that you're dealing with. And remember, it can be vice versa, or if you're not dealing with anyone, Aries, this may be you. Okay, the Fool in reverse. Yeah, I get some reckless energy around them. We have the Temple Path in reverse after all. It seems like they've taken some kind of action here. It may have been quite spontaneous, not well thought through. It's an energy of them throwing caution to the wind and creating this storm around them. What they bring to the table when it comes to you, Aries, you've got the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So for you, it seems to be interrupting your flow, your normal day-to-day activities. So it's put a spanner in the works, is what I'm getting. It may even be affecting your working life. The flaw here, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So yeah, coupled with the Fool, I would say that this person has been destructive. You may have had a feeling that this was coming. You know, we do often have that, especially when you think of animals and animal nature. such as the sea otter here. Animals will often sense the oncoming storm and be able to take precautions beforehand. That may be you, Aries. You may have already taken precautions. If not, though, it may be an event here which perhaps you had a feeling about, but tried to either ignore it or push it to one side. But nevertheless, the decision-making abilities around this person is off. How they are feeling about you. We've got the Six of Swords in the reverse here. So it seems like there's an issue around the two of you having a rocky relationship, a tumultuous relationship. So that tells me that you probably have had an inkling that something was going to happen here. It seems like this person around you, Aries, feels like this is not getting better, that things are not progressing as they should. There's still a lot of negativity, especially around this person's thinking. They seem to be, well, I feel like they're kind of giving up, perhaps giving up on the relationship in order to pursue something else or their own path here. But you are viewing them as someone who is not taking a more spiritual or not taking the correct path in your view. Now, how you are feeling about them, you have the Knight of Swords. I get an essence that you are viewing this person as taking some kind of risk, a hasty action. It seems to have happened quite quickly. They may be an air sign, Aries. This is a card of Gemini. We also have Libra and Aquarius as well, but more than the signs, it's about the energy of the person. So they seem to feel like they're doing the right thing. What's working for you? We have the Four of Pentacles. The strengths of this relationship is, I feel like it was more of a based around possessions, money, perhaps for you both. So when we talk about this temple path and being attracted to worldly possessions, it could be perhaps that this is a reason for this particular relationship that you're in. Maybe this relationship is the distraction. That's what I'm getting from Spirit here. It could be that you're both off your paths and should be actually taking a more spiritual road, but you're both more focused on the material gain, hoarding material possessions, earning money, gathering things to you and keeping them. This is an energy of not sharing, not giving. Let's see what the weakness is. The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this is a relationship that is based on, you probably work either together or you work in the same field, or you're both very hard workers. But the problem that I see here is that this relationship is mainly all about the practical things, the more material kinds of things. I'm not getting love here, I'm not getting emotion. It's all very much, for you, I feel something that gives you that stability, that security. But for the other person, it seems like there is this need to take action, but it seems to be quite destructive action. Let's see what the potential is. We've got the Eight of Swords in reverse, so a lot of swords energy that I'm picking up around this. So when it comes to the other person here, Aries, I do feel that there is this want to be free of, well, I get of a confining kind of energy around the whole relationship. You know, this matter of it mainly being about work, security and material things. The roadblock here, we have the Two of Swords in reverse, so another swords card. Aries, this other person has been really having a lot of problems when it comes to making decisions about whether or not they want to be in this relationship. There's a need for them to make a choice, but they know that in doing so it would cause drama, conflict. I think they've wanted to keep things kind of peaceful. This is someone around you who doesn't like a lot of drama. Again, this is not an emotional type of person. It's mainly they keep to themselves, they keep their thoughts to themselves, so they've probably not even spoken to you about this, Aries. That's the thing. So for some of you, if you're not in tune with this person, perhaps you're like ships that pass in the night, a relationship that's mainly shared when it comes to the financial aspects. Perhaps you're unaware the extent of this person. I get unhappiness, feeling of being held back, restricted, feeling like this is not, they seem to think that it's not going to progress to a better place. You've had your drama, you've had your conflicts in the past. This person seems to want to move on from that, but they want to do it in a way that doesn't create a lot of problems for them. Now we have the Empress in the outcome. It's good energy for you, Aries. It is about a nurturing kind of energy. So with the Empress card here, Aries, and the Sea Otter, whatever happens here, you're going to be fine. For you, you're going to float. When you think of the Sea Otter and how it's able to repel water off its skin, off its fur, you're thick-skinned. You have this protective energy around you. And while there's change and going through any kind of change is something that people tend to resist, I think for you shouldn't resist it, Aries, because I get that this current relationship is mainly just built on material things and based around work. There's something more for you, Aries. There's more for the other person as well. And although you're viewing them as someone who is perhaps doing something that is destructive, going off somewhat recklessly and seemingly not on their path, I also get that this is not the path that you're supposed to be on, Aries. And you're going to come out just fine out of this with this Empress energy. So not to fear the change. That's the main thing I'm getting here. It may be causing some distress. It might be this building of emotion that could be threatening to erupt. Feeling out of control. You might have an uncomfortable sense of either emotional pressure or a sense of forces operating beyond your control. And that's right. I do feel that you're not holding the reins around this change. I feel it's the other person that's done this. But you have to allow for this storm to pass. There will be this release afterwards and a revitalization that follows. Yet you can't escape the storm that happens before those things. It's a natural part of the process. Without this building up, this releasing of energy, then there would just be a stagnancy around this particular situation. So something erupting, the other person, I feel just, for some reason I get an energy around them of just having this decision, which seemingly comes out of the blue to you. It's like they've had some kind of major epiphany. They go and do this thing, whatever that is, and check their sign for more information. But and leaves you kind of thinking, what just happened? But Aries, the thing is, there'll be moments where you'll kind of think, why has this person done this? But then I don't think it's going to be too long before you start to realize that this is actually a good opportunity for you. So while it's confronting and you feel like you're only participating rather than controlling it, either way, this storm wisdom offers you the gift of bringing things to a head, clearing them away so that the energy can be freed from this pattern that's had its day. It's ready to become something new. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm going to be doing the dual reading next. So we'll take a look. For you, I'll be using my new Fountains Tarot. And this is actually it's based on Russian folklore. So I hope that you enjoyed that one. I'll be using that for your energy. For the other person, I will be using the Rider-Waite deck, their energy towards you. So let's take a look. We'll do some shuffling. I've got the Magician and the Three of Cups. Aries, what is your energy towards this person? What is Aries' energy towards the person that they are dealing with mid-October through early November? The energy of Aries, please. Cut these cards. And let's take a look. We'll start with your past energy, where you currently stand, where you hope to stand in the future, how you are viewing this person. We'll also take a look at your doubts and fears. What is your challenge? And we'll take a look at one card for the outcome. Now the other person, Aries, I've got you here as the Page of Wands. So either side can resonate. Whatever side resonates the most, that's your message. Aries, the energy of the person towards Aries. Past energy for this person. Current energy, where they currently stand, where they hope to stand in the future, how they are viewing you, Aries, their doubts and fears, what is their challenge, and one card for the outcome for them. Let's take a look at the past energy. We've got you here as the Hermit, and we also have the Hangman in reverse as the other person's energy. So there has been this distance. I get you, Aries, you may have been the one here that was distancing yourself, isolating yourself, or again, it could be vice versa. There's a feeling here of needing to make a sacrifice, something needing to go by the wayside. And I think for the both of you, I'm really getting this as very much a dual energy. I think you've both been doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of thinking about, well, what isn't working? Why is there this distance, or why can't we connect on a more emotional kind of level here? And there's been a resistance to making changes in the past. Now where you currently stand, Aries, we've got the Ace of Cups. Oh wow, the other person has the Ace of Cups too. A wonderful opportunity for either renewal or something new. I'm getting more of a sense of something new, but of course this could lead to renewal. When we talk about the Ace of Cups, we talk about emotional fulfillment, and I feel that that's what's been missing in this relationship, Aries. Being open-hearted, being open with your emotions. I get a very closed-off feeling, and for the two of you, the main focus has been just either talking about more practical issues or keeping things more on the surface, not going too deep, looking at the emotional side. But here, this storm is here to create this opportunity for you to get things out. How do you feel emotionally? This is something that's very much needed. When it comes to how you are, what are you wanting in the future, we have the Six of Wands, and we also have the Emperor. Your card, Aries. But so there is a sense of, between the two of you, this victory, this very much keeping the power. Two powerful individuals, I do feel. You both are very successful. You both are very good at what you do. And I don't think that, again, you know, we had that Empress card coming up as the outcome in the previous reading. With the Empress and the Emperor, the two of you here are very much a power couple. Yeah, that's what I'm sensing. So there's respect. There's respect on both sides. I feel, Aries, you respect the other person for what they have achieved in life, and they you, which is wonderful energy, and they certainly recognize you also as someone who is achieving. Now, how you are viewing them, we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, it's something that you have, I feel that you've been trying to maintain, you both have, but I get that the other person now is really kind of dropping this protective energy and being more, are they giving up? Well, I think that they may be giving up on the emotional side. Not willing to put in the effort to fight for this. How they are viewing you, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So again, this money type situation here, more practical. Yeah, you know, I do think that this is something that provides you both with a level of comfort. You both have the ability to make good money, so together that is an attractive thing. I think mainly for you though, Aries, that's what I'm picking up. But of course it can be vice versa. Doubts and fears. We've got the Temperance card in reverse. Yeah, being able to reconcile these two things. You want a relationship that has both an emotional component, it has to be there, with also the respect for one another when it comes to your earning capabilities and what you do, your career, all of that. But there's doubt around this, Aries, about whether or not you can reconcile these two things, whether you can have both. Yeah, you'd like to have both, but it seems like one of you here, perhaps even both of you, there's just something missing there when it comes to the emotional, the feelings, and the expression of feelings. Doubts and fears for the other person. We have the Three of Swords, so yeah, an ending. Heartbreaking situation. There may even be interest in another person here, potentially for some, not all. So there is fear around an ending, fear around the pain that will be caused. Remember, this storm is bringing about a necessary storm so that things can be cleared away and something brand new coming in, either brand new, or you can put more energy into this relationship. So it's kind of like this culmination. It can go either way at this point. Let's take a look at your challenge. The Ten of Cups. Yeah, you know, that's the thing. Stability, family, I feel family is the challenge. It may be a situation where somebody needs to make the family more of a priority, starting a family or focusing on the family, less on the material things. Challenge for the other person, we have the Star in reverse. So losing hope, having a lot of pessimism. They seem to be more focused on getting out of this. Unfortunately, that's what I'm picking up. Now the outcome for you, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So yes, it seems like there may be either an offer that is being revoked, or the emotion is just not forthcoming. You're hoping that this person, by this storm, something would happen and they would come to you here expressing their love, this Ace of Cups. But it seems like that is not, they're not coming forward with that. The outcome for the other person, again, we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I do feel that they're taking some kind of a swift action, but it's somewhere else. That's what I'm getting. It seems to be out of this relationship, Aries. Yeah. After the storm, it's all about how you respond, how you react to this change. Transformation. There was a chance, I think, for transformation in this relationship. It still could go that way. As we put out more clarifiers, we'll see. But at the moment, what I'm getting from Spirit here is that the transformation is more about internal transformation and transforming the relationship to the point where you go on different pathways. Because with the Temple path in reverse, I get the essence that this may have been a wrong turn, the wrong pathway, and that you're both meant to be on other paths. But we'll see where that goes in part 2. I hope that you join me there. The link is below in the descriptions box. It'll be about another 30 to 40 minute reading, so please join me there if this is resonating. I'll be putting out a lot more clarifiers, looking at some oracle cards as well to see where this goes in the future. I wish you the best with this, Aries. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com, for more information, and that email is also in the box below. So I will see you in part 2 if you'd like to continue this reading, or I will speak to you again very soon. Please have a happy and safe Halloween. Bye for now, Aries.